All right, good afternoon, everybody, or good evening. It's now 7 o'clock. This is going to be a premiere. Welcome to another episode of David E. Taylor, God, Greed, and Lies. David E. Taylor, you're a piece of shit. Tonight, guys, what we're going to talk about is I'm just going to kind of spill some information here. We talk about David, talk about how he's a liar, David. I'm going to talk to you, David. So, David E. Taylor, David Edward, listen up, Edward. You're a liar. Okay, you're a false prophet, you're a scam artist, you're laundering money, you're trafficking people into your cult to scam money from people on Facebook, everything.
I can assure you I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, sure you're not, David. Where's all your tax returns? Where's all the money coming from at the end of the day, David? This video is really going to be about you being a fake. You are, David. You're nothing more than a fake. That's it. You are a pulpit pimp. That's it. You're a pulpit pimp. That's what we've heard. I'm calling you now. You're the pulpit pimp. You've done a good job of it. I'll give you that, no doubt. You've done a damn good job of being a pulpit pimp. Okay, scamming money out of people. Okay, sleeping with numerous women within your church, in and out of your church. Okay, and David, I've talked to people in this. Okay, check this out, David. You remember when you went to California, right? To do your little scam out there, right?
Your opinion is a lot.
You remember, right? You do. You remember. Well, what I found out, David, okay? I found out that you are a real fucking pig to some of the women out there. Is that you... there are people who basically were kind of giving me your Facebook messages, what you were texting these women, like, oh, have you ever been with a black man? And what do you think of dating a black man? And this and that. There was absolutely zero fucking shame, David, in you going after these women. Okay? And if any women out there have been contacted by this piece of shit, let us know. You want to get your voice, you want to call this piece of shit out? If he's been trying to manipulate you through Facebook, let us know. Or anybody for that matter. Because David's get down is he likes to fuck over women, man, big time. He loves it.
Your opinion is a lot.
He likes to put women inside his cult against each other. That's his get down. David loves that type of drama within the cult. He likes to see the women power struggle over him. It makes him feel important, right? And David's not. That's David. You're not important. You're fake. Your Amway arena, not happening. Your Convoy of Miracles isn't happening. Your stage is all fucking bullshit, okay? Just those three alone, David. David, you have blown so much fucking money on this shit for you to even think it's gonna go through. That's what's scary, is you believe it's gonna happen. That is the thing about this, everybody, and David. You believe your own lies, David. You believe your own lies. That's the scary thing about this, is, again, the whole Amway arena, you guys, none of these things that David says he's gonna do is gonna happen.
Your opinion is a lot.
So again, David, fake, scam artist, false prophet, pulpit pimp, wannabe, you name it. David's all the above. And for him to go on this long, what I look at, guys, and this is where I urge people to get involved, right? We all ask why he's not in jail, right? Why isn't he in prison? Why hasn't he been arrested? He obviously perjured himself in the deposition, right? That's a crime in and of itself, to perjure yourself, last time I checked. So now we have him jumping tax ID numbers, right? Committing fraud through the IRS, real estate, money laundering. It's the works, guys. How does this go on? That's a question I have in all this. I know the IRS doesn't want to get involved, obviously for reasons, right? For obvious reasons. Either they're too scared or they're too fucking lazy. But last time I checked, the IRS just got $80 billion in tax relief in some sort of relief fund. Why aren't they busting people like David? I mean, David, you pulled a $30,000 PPP loan. You pulled a $30,000 PPP loan from the government to pay your fucking volunteer staff. How the fuck are you going to pay volunteers, David? So if anybody is now questioning the fraud, okay, well, guess what, guys? $30,000 worth of PPP loan from the SBA went to David for his cult. Okay? David doesn't pay his staff members. You know where that $30,000 went? Straight to David's pocket. That went straight to David's pocket. He got that check in the mail, fucking deposited right in the bank, said, yep, that's my money now. Thank you, government. That's my $30,000. Appreciate it. Real shit, guys. He committed PPP fraud. I hope the IRS goes after him. I hope they do. Whether or not they will, I don't know. But that's why I urge everybody to get involved and file fraud against this piece of shit. Because he did commit PPP fraud. He took money from the government to pay his so-called volunteer staff, right? But he doesn't pay his volunteer staff. Where's the if he's paying his workers, where the fuck are all the W-2s and the 990s at? That's what I'd like to know. David, if you're paying your staff, where's your W-2s at, buddy? You got to have all those with everything, David. You can't just take the $30,000 and be like, oh yeah, I paid my staff. Well, you better start showing some pay stubs, some time cards. Yep. What else can we talk about you being just a fucking liar? Okay, you being in a gang, you're never in a gang. You're in a band, okay? That's the gang you were in, is the fucking band, David. What else, David? Tonight, David, I don't even know why you're going on like this. Give it up, dude. Give it up. You've been beaten, dude. You've been beat, David. For you to even continue on, and you guys, I'm noticing what David's now doing. What you're doing, David, is you're rerunning reruns of reruns. You have no original content anymore. There is no new content David is putting out on YouTube. And this is what I don't get. Doesn't YouTube have some sort of standard like, hey, you have to keep up with your content? And David is just running the same shit of the same shit of the same shit. How are they letting him get away with that? It's no educational value. It's reruns of old sermons, right? It's the same shit. Here's the thing, and I reported him for spam activity a few weeks back because it was during his birthday, actually. Guys, check it out. What he was doing is he's running his reruns on a virtual machine, right? So he was running 3 lives at the same time of the same fucking video. Spam as fuck, right? So I reported it, and sure as shit enough, they took those fucking videos down. YouTube did. YouTube said, no, those videos are ours. You can't run those like that. Which right afterwards, I got hit with the copyright strikes, okay? So that was... I urge everybody to do the same. Report David's channel as spam because he's doing spam activity. He's running the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. That is spam activity. I don't see how YouTube's not catching on to it. All he's doing is maybe cutting and shit up and moving it around and making the thumbnails look different. But if you go back and watch the content, it's all the same shit. There's no new content on David's channel. And this is what I find kind of striking. It's like YouTube is going to allow David to just overwhelm the platform with no new content, right? But they'll fucking flag the shit out of mine when I'm putting new content up all the fucking time, right? Shows you how this whole thing is working. And David, what he's done is he has multiple accounts, okay? David has multiple accounts. David's probably got about, I would say at least 60, 70 YouTube accounts, 80 YouTube accounts. That many YouTube accounts, guys. And they're all used to probably report the channels. No doubt. He's reporting mine from an email, jordancrossing7@gmail.com. That's what email he's reporting the channel from. I don't know what's going on with the other channel right now.
Your opinion is a lot. So, what I'm sending you is accurate.
If it goes down, oh well. Tough shit. I'll deal with it. But again, I still don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know if they're going to try and get me with that cease and desist up there saying, oh, we sent him a cease and desist. But no, it says nothing about taking down videos on my YouTube channel. And the thing is, David, Kingdom of God Global Church, he's also Marvels in America World Healing now. Right? But I also just saw a video, David, you stupid fuck, and I got it. Why are you promoting JMMI when that tax ID number's been revoked, you piece of shit? This is where I'm tying all the dots at. David is running videos, okay? No bullshit. He's running videos of his Catherine Kuhlman shit, and he's got Joshua Media Ministries at the bottom. And that tax ID's been revoked, everybody. He's taking in deposits on a revoked tax ID number. That is illegal. That is his money laundering scheme, you guys. His followers don't know his tax ID number has been revoked. He's gonna be like, "Oh no, don't listen to those guys. They don't know what they're talking about." But no, everybody, anybody that's listening to this from David's cult, the JMMI number is actually invalid. Okay, it's been revoked by the IRS. I've looked it up. You can look it up yourself too. I urge that you do it, because anybody that's giving deposits to David, and if he's promoting Joshua Media Ministries International, you could possibly file a lawsuit with him now for false practice.
So, what I'm sending you is accurate. Your opinion is a lot. But I can assure you I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, sure you aren't, David. So, David, listen up, dude. Give up your fucking scam, dude. It's gonna end. It's gonna end. And it's gonna end with these right here. Would be nice if the subscribers out there are following and are listening to go ahead and get involved with this. There's nothing the IRS can do. There's nothing David can do. There's nothing I'll do. There's nothing a lawyer can do. There's nothing that can be done about you or anything. Nothing can be done to you for filing fraud against David and his cult. I've made all the links available for everybody. Anybody who wants to get involved, all you got to do, print out the form. Everything has been done. All the information has been put in for you guys. All you got to do is print that motherfucker, put it in an envelope, mail it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Take you 3 minutes out of your day now. I do it once a week. And again, people ask why he's not in jail. Well, he's never been caught for fraud, which he is committing. Big time. Somebody asked a few weeks ago on my other channel, David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure, where everybody's opinion is a lie, how much we thought he brought in the last couple of years. And I said between 30 to 60 million. And I think we're probably somewhere around, we all kind of agree we're within the money, the spot. 30 to 60. I said 30 to 50, and then I was like, okay, I could see 60 as being the max. 50 being like, okay, a little 30 to 60. That's what I was thinking. So this is where everything gets funny, guys. Okay, if you look at the tax numbers with David, okay, he's got 5 different tax ID numbers that he's ran through during the course of his fucking workings with the IRS. 5, guys, 5. And each time he's bankrupted or the number's been revoked by the IRS for not paying taxes. If I were to do this, what would happen? If you were to do this, what would happen? Get fucking hemmed up, right? So this is where the fraud starts, guys. This is where the fraud is within the tax code. He's using the tax code. He's using the tax law to his benefit, basically, to commit the crimes. Because there's certain tax codes that allow you, like he can start a nonprofit and you don't have to file for 2 years, right? Which where the Marvels in America World Healing came in. He just got that tax ID number kind of recently, right? Let me see when he got that one. I'll tell you guys right now. Marvels in America World Healing. He got that one. Effective date March 18th, 2020. The date on this letter I have here is September 29th, 2020. Okay, so it looks like they filed for Marvels in America in December of 2020. All right. So they were already filing for a new tax ID number at the end of 2020 or the start of 2020. Okay, now the other tax ID number, Kingdom of God Global Church, that one became effective January 12th, 2016. The date on the letter is 3/2/2021. So it took them almost 4 fucking years to get the letter. Holy shit. I wonder if they had to do like a bunch of paperwork. I'm guessing they did with all the bullshit they've went through. Because they've gone through like articles of incorporation and all this other bullshit, guys. Really just to hide the scam. Really just to hide the scam. And the thing is, Michael J. King, the fucking piece of shit attorneys that sent me the cease and desist, he's on this article of organization, Michael J. King, Okay. And it's so funny to see this, and it's like, I wonder if the attorneys for sure know about all the fucking bullshit. And I'm just curious, like, why the fuck the attorneys would take on a piece of shit like David. It's all about money in the end. You know, they're just going to take David's money and follow their steps if they have to. But it's funny to show, like, how deep the corruption goes. You know, David's got a fucking corrupt law firm putting his name on fucking documents for him. And he's got 2008 Victory Way Lane in St. Louis, Missouri that I know for a fact nobody fucking uses. Nobody lives there. It's just a fucking mailing address for tax reasons. That's it. That's it. They use some shitty fucking apartment to get a tax write-off. That's it. That's all it's about. The 2008 Victory Way Lane, guys, nobody lives there. I promise you. Nobody lives there. They're either going to be down in Florida, okay, at the two new mansions down there, or they're either going to be at 15400 Timpage, because I know for a fact that the 18205 Hager Lane house, shit got flooded out up there pretty bad. Okay, so they're going to be. I know for a fact there's people up in Chesterfield right now. I know there's a group up in Chesterfield right now checking on the houses. So keep that in mind. They're moving around. There's some movement in the cult, but it's mostly to check on the houses. Because they got to protect all those houses now. You know, Nellie's house, let's talk about Nellie's house just for a second. Let's just talk about how dumb of a fucking idea it was to buy that house. Okay? David, that was the most fucking ghetto fabulous fucking idea you could have ever done, dude. To buy the house that Nellie had that he fucking trashed, okay? David, check this out. Hear me out, David. Feel me out. All right. Nellie, right, wasn't paying his taxes, okay? That house, David, had a tax lien put on it because Nellie wasn't paying his taxes. Listen up, you piece of shit. All right. So what happened, right? Nellie being the degenerate sack of shit like you, that he is, what he did, David, was they trashed that fucking house, dude. They trashed it. The pool was bulldozed, David, by Nellie. You know that, right? That pool was bulldozed. I'm sure David probably said, "Oh, this is a great house. Nellie owned it, and it's got a pool. Oh, this is great. We could do baptisms in the pool. This is gonna be a great house, another residential center." Yeah, David, you know it's gonna cost probably close to about $250,000 just to fix that pool, right? You got frozen lines. The pool's gonna need to be tore up and redug and repiped, replumbed, everything, David. Dude, you're a fucking moron for buying that place. I mean, you know, it's befitting that you did, right? Because you're most likely, what you did with that house, okay? What you did with that house is, it was basically to make yourself seem like you were somebody more important than you really are. Like, you wanted a house with some kind of, like, history with it. You say, "Hey, let's buy Nellie's house. It's a really great deal. Really great deal. We'll fix it up." Yeah, no, you probably won't, David, because there's a lot more stuff I know about that house than you don't. Just letting you know. Okay? I've done my research on that house, David. It's going to cost a lot of money to fix it up, dude. David, I'm telling you, dude, you're looking at $2 million to fix that place up. You really are. You're looking at $2 million easily to fix that place up. We've done the math. We've done the cost justification for you. Just as we have with everything that you've ever come out and lied to everybody about, David, guess what? This group has actually done your cost justification for you. David, it really has. We've done the cost justification for you on your jet, on your G5, your Gulfstream that you said the Colt got you, your helicopter. What else? We've done your Israel. That won't happen. Let's see. What else did we do the cost justification on? Your stage, the convoy of miracles. We've done it all, David. There's no way you can afford anything that you're talking about you want to do. Okay, it's all a lie. David's Kingdom of God Global Church, right? David's Kingdom of God Global Church. It's this big fucking shell company, everybody. JMMI is a shell company. It is an illegal money laundering shell company. He's got 5 different names for this one organization. Resurrection Media Ministries, Resurrection Media Ministries International, Joshua Media Ministries International, Kingdom of God Global Church, Marvels in America World Healing. 5 different names. I got all the tax ID numbers. I think I posted them on a post on my other channel, David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure. I put them all up there because I want everybody to see, like, dude, how does one organization get away with this much fucking fraud? Because he's a church and he's fucking doing illegal shit and nobody wants to touch it because they're too scared of what would happen. I think it's still a sore spot for the government because of Waco. Waco's still kind of fresh in their mind, I would like to think. Waco was a bad, bad day for the government, the ATF, FBI, DEA. It was a bad, bad fucking day for them. They don't want another situation like that. They've had Jim Jones, Waco, Heaven's Gate. I mean, Heaven's Gate wasn't a violent end, you know? I mean, it was suicide, yeah. But if you look at Jim Jones, his was like a mass murder, basically. His was like a sanctioned mass murder. He took the fucking pansy-ass way out and shot himself in the head like a little fucking bitch, right? So Jimmy took the way out, took the pansy way out, shot himself. Heaven's Gate, they all committed suicide. Then you have Waco, which was a standoff, right? And people died there. Kids died. They burned. If anybody remembers that, you can go back and look at the news clips online. That day was a bad day for our government, man. That was not good for them. That looked bad on. They had blood. Our government does not want that situation to happen again, which is why I think, in my opinion, our government's too scared to go after some of these religious cults because of what's happened in the past. Right? There's been blood on hands. The CIA is the one who sold the land to Jim Jones down in Guyana. Do your research on that. That's what happened there. Our own government, our own CIA, sold the land to Jim Jones. Now we have David. Now he's going to create some kind of Taylor town, it sounds like, with all these properties. It really does. I mean, you guys, with all these properties he's buying, let's just go over them real quick. So let's start up in Chesterfield. So we have Nellie's house, which is 17329 Hidden Valley Drive. Okay, that's up in Wildwood, Missouri. You got 18205 Hager Lane, which is also up in the Chesterfield, Wildwood, Missouri area. Chesterfield and Wildwood, Missouri area, guys, check it out. They kind of butt up to each other, okay? They're right next to each other. So 18205, we got Nellie's house. Then we got the 1216 Babbler Park Court, right, which is a fucking lake, and they wanted to build a house out there, but they can't, okay, because of fire codes. It has to do with engineering codes, basically. County engineering codes that they can't build a house out there because fire trucks can't get out there, right? Real shit. So let's jump down to, we got 1216, now we got 15400 Tim Page, the residential center, which was over so much controversy, is now in Michelle Brannan's name, okay? So Michelle, David set you up with the residential center. Now that it's in your name, you're going to take the fall for that, okay? Let's see. So 15400, the residential center, which is also kind of a piece of shit house. It needs a lot of work, which I found out. Now let's jump down to Florida. We got all the four up. 1216, 15400, 17329, 18205. Then jump down to Florida. All right, so now there's another house that they just actually scammed out of some people, man. These people actually quit claim the deed. They quit claim deeded the house over to David. That house, that address is 1280 Southwest 38th Street in Ocala, Florida. Ocala, I don't know how the fuck you say it. If I fucked it up, I'm sorry. Ocala, whatever the fuck it is, okay? Ocala, Florida. That house is worth about 1.7, 1.8. All right? Now, recently, right around the same time, they also purchased an $8.4 million project from the Buccaneers assistant coach Darcy Glazer Kasowitz. Darcy Glazer Kasowitz. Right? I've understood. Well, what I understand, those people they're really good people, right? Here's the thing: how we found out. It's who sold the house, not who bought it. There's a reporter who did report. It came to our attention, hey, that David bought that house down in Florida. When we found out about it, it's not going to look good for David. I mean, really, David? You bought an $8.4 million house down in Florida with donor deposits, saying you're going to do all these great convoys and all this other bullshit? Nope, all a lie. Anybody who thinks they're going to go live with David at these houses, you're not going to, because they're highly restricted areas, okay? These are areas where you have to be either on the lease or a registered guest or something. So nobody's going to go live down at these houses. He's using them basically. He's using them as basically little smash pads. He wants for David to have all these properties. Check these out. Check this out. Like, this is all David has going for him, is these properties, really, right? He has nothing going for him. He's not good looking. He's far from charismatic because he hasn't shown his fucking face, right? David, where you been, dude? You claim to be this great prophet, David. You come out for fucking 30 minutes after 2 years and say you're going into a deeper consecration because Jesus needs your assistance. No. Everybody, David's in hiding. He's running from the IRS, no doubt. This is going to catch up. This is catching up to him. These fraud reports, they're going to catch up. Every time the IRS gets one of these, it gets logged. It gets logged. They probably scan it, log it. I don't know. This is just what I'm guessing. They scan that motherfucker, log it. Hey, same tax ID. Once that tax ID number comes up a bunch of times, they're going to be like, hey, maybe we should go ahead and it's going to flag that operation. And this is what I would like to think would happen. I don't know if this is what happens, but I would like to think, right, once the IRS goes through their process of informing David that they're going to do an audit, I would like to think the IRS says, okay, don't move any money, don't touch your banks, don't buy anything, don't sell anything, leave everything right where it's at, and they do a full-blown financial, forensic audit on all of David's books. Since he's got his tax ID numbers, they're going to be very pissed that they're going to have to go back that far. And this is where I question everything. Is like, in the long run, right? Who's making the determination on these tax exemptions, right? Do they have degrees? Are they theological? Do any of these people giving these tax exemptions have theological background characteristics? Do they know about the Bible? Are they versed in how to be aware of cult members like David using the tax code to launder money? Because I can tell you right now, for sure, on the last 3 filings of David's, whoever approved these tax ID numbers, it's been a different person every time. So for, let's see, Kingdom of God Global Church, it's been somebody named Timothy Mosley. Joshua Media Ministries International, it was somebody by the name of Brad S. Fletcher with a IRS ID number of 31669. Okay. Marvels in America World Healing, Miss Johnson, ID 31287. Right? And here's the thing. The 2 addresses on here, on the most 2 current IRS determination letters, are going to 1302 Wild Horse Meadows. That was a house that they previously owned, but they sold. All right? So now they have an IRS letter going to an address that they no longer own. So I'm hoping, David, I hope you updated that. You're going to have to update that information with the IRS, just to let you know.
St. Louis on Tippett. So what I'm saying to you is accurate.
Saying you is accurate.
Your opinion is a lie.
No, it is not, David. My opinion is not a lie. Everything here I've told is truth. Everything's been found on public website, county appraisal records, public domain, witness testimony, witness accounts. David, there's nothing here you really can get me on illegal. I have your I just want people to know. Check this out. I stopped giving a fuck, really. Let's see, where's it at here? Here it is. David's social security number, everybody. Hush, you guys. David's social security number is indeed, all right, check this out. David's social security number is indeed on a public domain. Okay? It is under the website apostledavidtaylor.com, okay? And this is a tax return, right? Okay? For Joshua Media Ministry, and this was in, what year was this? I want to say this was the last one, maybe 2017. Yeah, this was for 2017, I believe, the last time he filed, right? Under the tax ID number 331174241. Employee social security number is also on there. All right. I found this on a public domain, so I'm not doxing you, David, but look, there's David's social security number. public domain website right here. See? Right there. ApostleDavidTaylor.com. Okay. This website was made by Rick Fraser. And this is all David's shit right here. It wasn't made by Rick Fraser. Rick Fraser paid somebody to make it. Okay? Because Rick Fraser not going to fucking take the time to do this. But this is all David's information. Right here. Has a 2008 Victory Way Lane, David Taylor, Joshua Media Ministries, tax ID number, social. So David, I'm not doxing you technically. Your information's already out there. This is we just knew where to look. So, right there. There it is, guys. Can't bullshit you. ApostleDavidTaylor.com. Anybody want to look at it yourself, go for it. I recommend that you do the same thing. This is his tax return from JMMI, which is no longer a valid tax ID number. So, there's another part of David's scam, okay? Let's see. People have also asked me if I ever get returns from the IRS. Yes, I do. There's a letter up there basically saying, yes, we got your letter. However, because of the Internal Revenue Code, you will never know if there's an audit or a case opened up into a tax-exempt organization. It's just the law. It's just the way it works. It's all kind of bullshit. If they're pulling in public money, right, and they want to launder it, and when the time comes for the IRS to get involved to audit the books, they want to say, oh, no, you can't look at our books because we're a church. We don't have to disclose our money. Yeah, fucking right. That's bullshit. I wish I could just do that to the IRS. Be like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to fucking tell you guys how much money I made last year. Fuck you guys. Kiss my ass. I wonder what would happen. Anybody? Leave your thoughts in the chat. I'm just curious, what would happen? Say me, you, average tax-paying citizen, were laundering the amount of money that David E. Taylor is from the IRS. What would happen if, say, we got caught with $600,000 hidden away in our fucking closet like Joel Osteen did when some dude was doing repairs in his fucking church? What would happen to you? Would we be arrested? Yeah, fuck yeah, we'd be arrested. We'd be arrested. All our assets would be seized. Cars, kids, fucking dogs, pets, fucking everything would be seized. Your whole fucking life would be seized. The IRS protects the fucking corrupt. Protecting David, obviously. How does anybody not see through this? I'm not saying all churches are bad either, guys. I'm just saying look at the ones that are. Look at what they're doing. Look how much money's being laundered. Billions? Yeah. Through David's probably hundreds of millions. He's probably moved, I would say he's probably in the $500 or 500 million range of laundered money now at this point. I mean, look at all he's got right now. He's easily got about 60 to 70 million just in properties. Just in properties, guys. Think about that. He really does. He's got a lot of properties that are worth a lot of value. This is where I believe also the human trafficking dynamic is coming into play. Because David has all these properties, right? All around. He's got, most of them are up in Chesterfield, right? Up in Missouri, right? I know there's some houses up in Taylor too. I just don't know exactly where they're at. But some of that, Taylor is kind of a shithole, you guys, all right? Taylor's kind of dirty. I don't want to say kind of, it is. Taylor's dirty. There's a lot of corruption. All up in the Dearborn area, Michigan area. Like, that whole area is dirty, filthy, drug-ridden, crime-ridden. It's pretty bad up there. It is almost like the collapse of the motor industry. When the motor industry collapsed up there, everything took a shit. So that whole area, Troy, Taylor, Detroit, everywhere, all around that Michigan area is where David is it's a city of industry basically, and it's pretty bad. So David still got JMMI written on the building, right, which has been a revoked tax ID number. Sorry, I was going back to the trafficking dynamic. Okay, but still the building up in Taylor is also used for the dynamic too, because he can move people in and out of all the. Again, guys, he's got houses up in Taylor and Dearborn. There's several of them too. Just don't know where they're at. And again, dude, I believe there's Why would David need all these houses? Right? It even says in the Internal Revenue Code here that the pastor's, his revenue, like his housing allowance, shouldn't be more than what services he's providing. And so it's funny that David's buying these big houses and providing just these shit services for everybody. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go and kind of wrap it up here. I just want to kind of give a shout out to you, David. Let everybody know that you're a liar. Your whole scam is falling apart, all right? You're trying to copyright my channel, my other one, David E. Taylor, Full Frontal Exposure, where everybody's opinion is a lie. David, I'm doing the same thing that a lot of the other channels are doing, using your content, fair using it. But you obviously have it out bad for my channel, man. You have it out real bad. And I don't really care, David. I don't care because we're stronger than you, dude, at the end of the day. You think taking one channel down is going to stop me, dude? It's not, David. It's just going to make me go even harder and even more in your fucking face, dude. I'll start putting your fucking phone numbers out. I'll give Michelle's, yours. I'll give every single fucking phone number I have out here if my other channel gets taken down. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I'll give out every single fucking cell phone number that I have for this cult. I'll put David's social security number out. I don't give a fuck after that. I really won't. It's going to be... Why should I? Why should I hold back at this point if they're just going to strike me down, But he does need to be stopped. This is why I do this. This is why we do this as a group, because he needs to be stopped. We're raising awareness, and this is an activist channel because we're trying to stop David from destroying any more people's fucking lives like he's been for the last 30 fucking years. 33 years. Let me get that straight. 30 years. David is nothing more than the destroyer of lives. Don't let him into yours because he will fuck your life up, okay? I promise you that. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. I do have a Google Voice number set up if you want to call and talk. 314-492-3356. Don't call and send me death threats. Don't do shit like that, okay? Because it won't end well. I forward any death threat, any kind of threats I get from you guys, I just send them out. I send them forward. I put them out on public social media, send them over to the government, everything. I send them to all different levels of the government. State, local, and federal. So, this channel, again, is a backup channel. I just want to keep David's lies out in the open. That way everybody knows what's going on, okay? Because it's important, because we're at this point now where, it's... The more people that come forward and talk about it, the more pressure David is going to feel from the public and also from his followers to come out and make an appearance. But we know David isn't going to come out and make an appearance. It's almost as if David, he said he's going to go into this indefinite shutaway last time we seen him. So, my opinion, we're not going to see David for quite some time now anymore. I think the next time we're going to see him is when he really, really needs money. That's what I think. So I think at this point, he's going to live on whatever assets he's got, maybe sell off some of the properties, and then just maybe bundle up everybody at one central location, most likely down in Florida where it's nice and warm and, where it's going to get nuked first, So that'd be great. I mean, David's down in Florida. David, you said Florida was going to get nuked first, didn't you? Why did you move down to Florida if Florida's going to get nuked first? Are you going to fucking stop it from getting nuked or what? Why didn't you stand up? I am Apostle Taylor, stop the nuclear warheads! Stop in the name of God! Nah, you ain't going to do no shit like that, David. Your house will probably be the first one to get fucking nuked, dude. Again, I don't condone any kind of behavior like that. Because I know for sure David isn't going to stop a nuclear fucking war if it happens. I mean, Dave, it's funny, David. It's like you said that California and Florida are gonna get nuked first, and you go buy a house down in Florida. Come on, David. You can't even believe. You're not even believing your own lies anymore. It's like you believe yourself, but it's like you don't even believe your own lies. Like you're going against your own lies. Like that's probably the best one, David. Saying that Florida's gonna get nuked first, and then you go down there and you buy a couple. Well, you scam one. And then you use donor deposits to buy another. So, If anybody's kind of questioning where David is, they're going to be down in Florida, and there's some people up in Chesterfield right now, up in the Wildwood area. Okay? Just letting you guys know. David, I told you I'm watching you all the time, dude. See you, dude. So Chesterfield, they're most likely up there checking on the houses and shit, because again, that area just got a lot of rain kind of recently, okay? Got flooded out and shit. So they're going to have to go check on the houses up there, all right? And then David, no doubt, is most likely is going to be down in Florida in that big fucking mansion hiding behind those fucking walls. Probably in a fucking room somewhere scared from the rest of the world. Right, David? Keep yourself in hiding. It's the best thing for you. I'm looking forward to the subpoenas from the courts saying that I have to take those videos down, David. I really am. So keep, I'm looking forward to those, David. Please send them. We actually got to send them to YouTube. You actually have to send them to YouTube. So if you're going to do that, it's like you're going to have to upload 42, orders basically for each video to be taken down. 42 orders. It's a lot. It's a lot of court orders. I want to say thank you everybody for tuning in. This is a premiere, so keep that in mind. I can't do lives yet. But with that being said, you guys stay in touch. Check me out on my other channel, David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure, where everybody's opinion is a lie. And hit that like and subscribe here. David E. Taylor, God, Greed, and Lies. If that other channel gets struck down, guess what? We're going to start over again, guys. I'm sorry if it does happen, just the way it's going to be. And that's part of acceptance in this, man. It's part of acceptance in the beast that we're fighting, right? If David wins, that's fine. That's fine, David. I hope you do win, okay? I hope you do win the strike, okay? Because in the end, David, it's only going to make me stronger, dude. I guarantee you. It's only going to make it stronger. What you're doing is a waste of time, really. Again, David, I'm looking forward to the channel getting taken down. That way I can start all over and build a stronger channel against you, okay? Not only that, but over the last year I've learned a lot. And it's just going to go right into this channel. I mean, what were you thinking when you were doing the copyright strike, David? Really? Come on, dude. Get over it. You're not going to win. I'll start another channel like you did, David. What happened to your last one? You had about 25,000 subscribers on your last channel, right? That one got struck down. That one got removed. Had a lot of subscribers on there, David. I'm hoping YouTube lets you get to about 25,000 subscribers again and then takes your channel again. That would be awesome. Again, David, this to me is sheer motivation, David. This isn't about monetization, about subscribers, numbers. It's really not, David. This is a sheer motivation thing for me. I know you're about the numbers, right? Because you think that makes you important, is the numbers, right? But what makes this important, David, is the message and the word that we're getting out to other people about you, about narcissism, about cult tactics, about how people mind manipulate people. How people like you, actually, David, you sack of shit. How people like you manipulate and coerce people into doing things they don't want to. Right? That's what you're good at, David, right? You're good at destroying people's lives, right? Like that. I'm curious, exponentially, how many lives David has destroyed? We'll leave it off there for now. How many lives has David destroyed at that? Today, to date. Think about that. A lot. A lot. You guys have a good day, good evening. I'll see you guys Friday. This was just kind of an update. I just wanted to give a shout out to David and just call him out for being a liar. Keeping your lies in the open, David, okay? Because everything that you've planned, Convoy Miracles fail, the stage failed, Amway Arena failure, let's see, your whole life is a failure. Okay? You need to get right with God. God doesn't need you. You need God. Okay? For you to say that you need to go help Jesus, no. You need to go to God for help, motherfucker. Not the other way around, okay? Pretty sure God doesn't need your help. You need His help. Once again, you guys check out my channel, David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure, where everybody's opinion is a lie. Until then, You guys stay safe. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Hit me up on my Google Voice number, 314-492-3356. That is an open line if you want to talk. Y'all have a good day.